Hello viewers, in this video I have brought 5 set of questions which were asked in previous year RBI Assistant exam. So now let's start the question. First, try to solve this question by yourself. Hope you would have solved. Now let's solve the question. A and B entered into a partnership business with investment of rupees 1300 and rupees 500 respectively. Okay, so A and B. So what is the investment? 1300 and 500 respectively. After 6 months, C joined them with the investment of 1800. So C joined with the investment of 1800. Okay, after how many months? 6 months. At the end of the year, that means they are investing for how many years? 1 year. Okay, so that is 12 months. So this is like 12 months, and C joined after 6 months. So C will be investing it for remaining 6 months. The profit share of C is 360. Okay, so now we'll cancel this. So if we cancel, what will happen? Any of zeros and zeros will get cancelled. Okay, so this is 1 time, this is 2 time, again this is like 2 time, again 1 1, and here it is like 9. So what is this one? So it is like 13 5 9. So this is nothing but profit ratio. Okay, and what we need to find at the end of the year, the profit share of C is 360. So what is the profit share of C? That is 9 part. So this 9 part is like 360. Find the difference between profit share of A and B. So what is the difference of 13 and 5? It is like 8. So if 9 part is 360, 8 part is how much? Okay, so if we cross multiply, you'll be getting value of X is like 320. So the difference between profit share of A and B is like 320 rupees. So next one, try to solve it by yourself. Okay, hope you have solved this. Now let's solve this question. A gets 40% marks in an exam and he received 40 less marks than the passing mark. Okay, so A get how much percentage of the mark? 40% of the mark. And how much less he got? 40 marks less than the pass mark. Okay, B get 70% marks in the same exam. Okay, so B got 70% marks in the same exam and received 20 more than the passing mark. So what is the difference here? 20 marks. So here, what is the difference in percentage? 30 percentage. Okay, what is the difference in marks? So difference in mark is like 60. Okay, fine. If C gets 65 percentage, so now there is one more person. This person is getting like 65 percentage. So what is difference of 40 and 65? 25 percentage. Okay, fine. So find the difference between marks received by A and C. Okay, if 30% is like 60, 25% will be like 50 marks. Okay, next one. So pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. So hope you are solved. So now let's solve the question. In a mixture, the quantity of milk is X liters and water is 8 liters. So milk, water. So X liters, 8 liters. 5 liters pure milk and 6 liter of water added in the mixture. So 5 liters of pure milk and 6 liter of water is added in the mixture. So that milk becomes 75% of the resultant mixture. Okay. So milk is like how much percentage? 75%. That is out of 100%, 75% is milk in the sense remaining 25% will be water. So what will be the ratio? The ratio will be 3:1. Okay, but here if you observe, what is the total liters of water? 8 plus 6 is like 14. So if 1 is equal to 14, then 3 will be like 42. Okay, so total mixture is like 56. Next, if 10 liter of the resultant mixture is removed, okay, so from this 10 liter of resultant mixture is removed, then find the remaining quantity of the mixture. So what is the remaining? 46. Okay, fine. So next one, pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Okay. So hope you would have solved this one. Now let's solve this particular question. The ratio of speed of P to speed of Q is 5:8. So P and Q, what is the speed ratio? 5 and 8. So time ratio should be 8 and Fine. Okay. So when this will happen in the sense when distance is same. Okay. Done. So P covers D kilometer distance in 3 years. Okay. So what we'll do first, we'll just write down the datas. Okay. So P covers D kilometer distance in 3 years and Q covers D plus 40 kilometer. Okay. So D plus 40 kilometer in 2.5 years. Okay. So if P and Q cover the same distance, then speed and time ratio should be inversely proportional. But here it is like not inversely proportional. So what we'll do, we'll consider the total distance covered by P and Q is like D plus 40. So P and Q speed ratio will be like 5 and 8. So time ratio will be 8 and 5. But here if you observe, Q covers D plus 40 kilometer in how many hours? 2.5 hours. But here how much it is? 5 per. So how to make this time is like 2.5 in the sense, that is 2.5 in the sense, divided by 2. Okay, so time will be like here 4 hours, here it will be like 2.5 hours. So what is this 4 hours and 2.5 hours? So time taken by P and Q to cover D plus 40 kilometer. Now, so P will cover D kilometer how many hours? 3 hours. Okay, P will cover D plus 40 kilometer how many hours? 4 hours. That means in 1 hour, okay, in 1 hour, P will be covering extra 40 kilometer. So speed of P is like 40 kilometer per hour. Okay. Next thing, if P increases speed by 25%, so 40 will become 50. Find the time taken by P to cover D plus 180 kilometer distance. See, what is the speed of P? 40. In order to cover D distance, 3 years. So 40 into 3, 120. So 120 plus 180 divided by 50. Okay, if I cancel, so what will be getting? So 30 divided by 5, which is like 6 hours. Okay, so answer for this particular question is like 6 hours. Okay, next one. So pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Hope you'd have solved this. Now let's solve the particular one. A seller has 230 kg of mangoes which he purchases at a rate of 10 per kg. 20% of the total mangoes were rotten in packaging and thrown away. If seller sold half of the remaining mangoes at a rate of 20 per kg, then at what price should seller sell the remaining mangoes to gain a total profit of 15% on total quantity seller had initially? Okay, so here in this particular question, so instead of taking 230 kgs, that is total, we will consider it as 100. Okay, a seller has 100 kgs and per kg is like 10 rupees. Okay, so this is like price per kg and total price will be like 1000 rupees. Okay, so this is like kgs. Okay, here if you observe, 20% of the mangoes are rotten. That means 20 is rotten in the sense remaining 80. Okay, and thrown away. If seller sold half of the remaining, so what is half of 80? It's like 40. So half of the remaining mangoes at a rate of 20 per kg. So total price will be 40 into 20, 800. Then at what price should seller sell the remaining? So remaining how many mangoes are there? 40, to gain a total profit of 15%. That is 1000 rupees purchased. So they want to sell it for 1150, so that he will be getting 15% profit. So remaining how many price we need to find. Okay, done. So remaining how much rupees by selling this 40 kg of mangoes he wants to get? So 1150 minus 800 is like 350. So this 350, okay, so total 40 kgs, that means price per kg you'll be getting like 8.75 rupees. Okay, so answer for this one is 8.75. So hope you would have liked this video. If you like this video, please share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.